So today we have a really cool video to share with you. Now just recently, I ended up getting this video sent over to me and it completely blew my mind. The fact that I didn't even know it existed, it's just unbelievable. Now the video I'm going to be showing you today is a video that my friend Brian Carter, a longtime friend of mine and a skate park local since the beginning, and the skate park I'm talking about is the Incline Club, my parents' skate park that they owned from the year 2000 until January 1st, 2018 when our skate park closed. Now a lot of you that watched my channel for a long time, you all remember my skate park. We used to ride there all the time. We used to film there. We used to love that place. And when it closed down, it was like a part of me closed down. It really bums me out to this day. Even though it's been 5 years now, like it's just so hard to imagine that that place is actually gone. Now let me talk about this video. These are some clips that Brian filmed, and Brian's a really, really good filmer. Brian was always the local filmer that everybody would go to. He did such a good job filming, especially for that era. Not many people were filming at the time at all. So Brian made this video. It's about 9 minutes long, and the clips I'm going to be showing you today are some of the clips that you'll recognize of not only just myself, but also some of the people that have been on the channel before. I watched this video and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like, I totally forgot that I was doing majority of this riding, and when I was seeing these clips, it was such a surprise to me, and it was just so cool to go back and live those, especially after my accident, and the fact that I can't ride my bike like I used to at all. So to go back and relive these moments was so amazing. So now we're going to watch this video, and I'm going to break down some of the key parts, so let's get straight into it. So we're going to start things off with a familiar face on the channel. This is Dom Simoncini, and Dom used to love riding the street course. You would see him here all the time, and he would always just shut it down. Look at that amazing manual to 180, and Dom used to ride everything though. He would definitely come over to this side of the course as well, but really cool to see some old footage of Dom. But we're going to see another familiar face on the channel. This is Vinny Menino. Threw up over the box, front flip over the second box, and now this next clip is pretty unbelievable. Backflip to Smith on a quarter pipe. That is such an awesome trick, and I totally forgot that Vinny actually did this one. You're gonna get his reaction right now, and I think I completely agree with him.
That was the most serious thing I've ever done.
But that was so good. We're gonna watch a slow-mo of it. So he leaves, and then he's got to put the front wheel over, but keep the back wheel on top of the deck. Like, that is serious stuff right there. So now we're moving on to one of the Incline Club locals, and this is Mike Groff. Mike Groff is such a stylish, controlled tech rider. And what's so cool about Mike is that he was a kid that just showed up at the skate park and literally from like scratch saw him turn into such a talented BMX rider. And this trick right here was like his bread and butter trick. He was like the only person at the skate park doing this one. And that is just such a crazy tail up combination. We're gonna replay it right now and watch it back. You look at when he kicks the tail up, the back wheel is against the wall, so he's got to clear that wall before he kicks that whip, which is so hard to do. It's terrifying, it really is. Next rider up is Mike Skolnick. Now Mike was actually a rider that came to the skate park the first year that it actually opened, so I had a really, really awesome time riding with Mike over the years, and Mike was such a solid rider. Everything he did was so big and it was so clean. Like his tailwhips, his downside tailwhips were just so nice. And his regular tailwhips are awesome too, don't get me wrong, but his ability to just do things just so clean, and he always made his tricks look proper, especially his 540s. That was huge. So now we're moving on to my section of this video. There's a young version of me, like I said, back in 2011, and my style of riding, I'm really proud of it this time, because I think this is like one of my best versions of riding. And I know I've gone through a bunch of different versions of riding, but at this point, I was really focused on competition riding. And not only just competition riding, but doing like huge tricks, but also connecting like really big lines and just trying to do everything proper, trying to do everything just clean, and especially have a really good variety of tricks. Now this box jump setup was huge for me. I used to love riding this setup every single day. When I look back at this video, I see the tricks that I was doing consistently. It's just ridiculous to me. Look at this air on this quarter pipe, and like this fact that I was going straight into like flip whips off of the airs. Like that is just a really sick combination off of that. And that was opposite double tailed as well. But now this line is so cool. Like I totally forgot that I did this one. Bar spin onto the top, 360 to flat. Like, let's run this one back because I just want to talk about how creative this line is. Like, I'm really proud of this one. adapt to bar spin. That's like a good 20 feet or so, and then you land and immediately have the 360 to flat. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm glad that we got this clip. Now this line right here was pretty creative. Bar spin the pedal to 360 into the transition. And like, this is just a local day at the skate park. You can see all the local kids just hanging out, riding, having fun. Like, this is nothing special. It's not like we were at a contest or anything like that, which is so cool. Now this is just insane. I forgot about this one for sure. This was just crazy to see in this video because this really snuck up on me. And we're gonna rewind this one right now because we really need to talk about this. Like, these gaps back to back, like, I do remember it after watching it, but look at this. I barely made it. I just snuck into there. And now you have to get all the speed, but you're also jumping into that steep transition. I don't know, that's pretty crazy. The fact that I was doing that is it's pretty ridiculous, it really is. Now this line right here, I just think this was in here for fun. I clearly messed up that backflip turn down, but it's just funny to see just the stuff that I would come up with on the fly right there. Just like, once again, having fun with the locals at the skate park. But dropping in back on the box jumps. This is a flip whip combination, and for some reason I was doing this a lot at the time, only on this jump. I would do backflip tail whips, and I would just do one-handers for fun. I would try to do like tire grabs and just stylish, like kind of one-hands, like, which was, I don't know, pretty cool to see at the time. Now this next box jump line is pretty interesting. Now this is an opposite 360 one-footer, and then I go into a regular 360 nobody can. At this time I was doing a ton of opposite 360 stuff. Like, I love doing opposite 360s. I think it's because it was so scary for me to learn, so once I mastered it, I was just so proud of it. But that was a pretty cool combination. Truck to manual to backwards manual. But once again, another opposite combination that I totally forgot that I was doing. I really don't remember this at all. That is a switch 360 tuck no-hander, and it was actually really clean too. Nice little manual to drop into the sub box part. This is pretty funny. Like, I was watching this clip and I was trying to think in my head of like what I was doing. Like, I completely forgot about this. So doing the bar spin into the ice pick was something that I really didn't do too often on this setup. So bar spin to ice pick and then jump up to the tire cap and drop in, like, that was a pretty cool combination. So now this is probably my favorite clip of the video. I remember doing this run, I think it was like for a staff edit, but look at this. Switch 360 tail whip. We're gonna run this one back because I want to point out that all of this is opposite. The switch truck, that's a switch 360 and a bar spin. Also the fast plant is switch, and then the switch 3 and the switch tail whip. Oh my goodness. I remember doing it that day, and I remember being absolutely terrifying, but like, I did feel confident with it. So this is going to be the final run of my video right here. So it's a 720 to a backflip double tail whip, and it's so cool to see. And I love how this ends because Brian goes and thanks my family for having the skate park for all those years, and that really meant a lot to my mom when she saw this. So first thing I want to do is thank Brian Carter for not only letting me use these clips for this video, but for being the one that stepped up and filmed all these clips. And because of him, we have all these amazing memories, and I'm super grateful for it. Now, if you want to watch the full video, I'm going to put the link in the description here. And I'm sure a lot of you Incline Club locals are going to love to see this video again. I'm just so glad that I was able to go back and relive these memories and relive those moments of riding my bike. And I know I can't ride my bike anymore like I used to, but the fact of like going back there and watching it, it kind of brings me back. It gives me a second to like imagine myself being on the bike and remember what that feeling used to be like. So I'm so grateful, not only just for the fact that I had a long career on BMX bike where I did so many amazing tricks that I'm so proud of to this day, but also the fact that my parents went out on a limb and they opened up that skate park, and for 18 years they gave the locals of New Jersey a place to ride, and I'm just so proud of that. I really am. So guys, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll have a new video for you tomorrow. Peace.